find a vehicle with softer suspension than my old Defender right now. Back on white sand. The terrain should get less rocky from now on. June's in sight. It's gonna be bumpy. Now that's hairy ground if ever I saw it. A resort. Civilization. Don't mind me, friends. I'm just passing through. Enjoy your virgin pina coladas. Oh, I made a right mess of their garden. Nah, they'll just send a bill to Motorfest. So, let's talk vehicles. What can I recommend here? It's gotta be an official rally raid survivor, a car with real guts, something French maybe. They do make some nice machines across the channel. How about the Peugeot 3008 DKR? Sturdy, V6 bi-turbo, dynamic. Pierce, you old devil, you've done it again. That's the perfect choice. Figured out. This trek is gonna leave you gobsmacked.
A sizzle reel you created, driver. You take to these wild runs like a duck to water. Speaking of which, I'm getting forecast updates as we speak, and it doesn't look good for the next event. That's funny. Pretty much the same weather Pierce experienced as he was scouting that very part of the field. Pierce's colourful commentary will clue you in on what I mean. close. Get ready for a little jeep ride through some particularly adventurous and wet terrain. Better wear your raincoat.
Entry 4. As I speak, the weather's rainy as hell. Reminds me of good old Berkshire. Her Leywood's fields are as muddy as can be. I'm looking for hidden waterfalls. Hopefully, there'll be like a small oasis for the festival adventurers halfway through this intense championship. For Motorfest, the Rubicon with its rugged four-wheel drive underpinnings is a good option for this kind of terrain. Wait, it doesn't have a roof though. According to my map, I need to go... Yes, that's it. Towards Wamia Mountains. Has taken a turn for the worse. It's like a blimmin' monsoon here. Can't see a bloody thing. Ah, here they are. I finally found these waterfalls. Got to say, I was expecting something bigger. Now going through a series of curves on a downhill slope. It's a slippery ride, but my old Defender is holding up well. I spoke too soon, I'm stuck. Come on, you old wreck. Show me what your V8 is made of. Had to throw some weight overboard, but I'm finally out of this mess. Hopefully the compact Rubicon should hold better in the same conditions. Finally through! Gotta find a dry spot to make camp for the night. This rain is a real pain in the backside.
It's all over with the rain, but the fields are still wet. Just the right amount of mud for motorcycling fun. For an all KTM race. I'll let you find out for yourself why he made that choice. Good luck with the race, driver. The track is a real treat, wide and free of traps.
5. My last supplies got stolen by some wild animal last night. I cannot believe this. On the bright side, the rain has eased off and the dirt roads are much more passable now. I'm currently going down the hill. A nice fun ride in the morning with some fun and easy turns. I'll be reaching the wide expanse of Central pretty soon. I should get a whole different topology down there. Let's see how it looks. Here I am. I was right. Wide open countryside tracks. Guaranteed fun. Reminds me of riding motocross in the West Berks fields as a young lad with my cousins. Great stuff. Well, this is what it's gonna be then. A nice open mud playground for some fellow bike lovers to ride to their heart's content. Now, what kind of bike could they give the adventurers? I remember a superb customized KTM in the garage of the festival PR. I didn't quite catch her name. Mula? Honestly, head like a sieve. Well, anyway, she had a hell of a bike. A 450 EXC. Probably the best power-to-weight ratio four-stroke I've ever seen. That's it, I got you. Don't know why that's sending me loopy. I've got to be careful. I haven't eaten in a while and Mother Nature might be starting to mess with my mind. Gotta take a break. It's gonna be a long night and I can feel my energy running dangerously low.
This is not the last time you'll be handling bikes in this playlist. But right now, you're going for another rugged ride with another four-wheeled vehicle. Also, it's going to be a night one, so keep your eyes peeled. We're almost there, driver. Commentary track on. And well, please keep in mind that what you hear in these audio tracks are authentic, spontaneous reactions of our specialist. Recorded in the heat of the moment and shared with you for a truly authentic experience.
I've been running on an empty stomach for days now. And tonight the mighty forces of Hawaii may get me after all. Ominous plants and lurking beasts thinking they can finally get a piece of old Pierce. But no way. I must complete my task. Gotta climb that hill to get an overview. I may have found a good spot for yet another ride, but not sure I have enough strength remaining to see this through. More water. I'm in it up to my neck. Damn it. Structure seems solid enough, but I need to keep my eyes peeled. There could be cracks or holes anywhere, and my tension is failing. Come on, stay awake, Piezo boy. You're not out of the woods yet. Didn't I already climb that hill? Damn it. I think I'm going in circles. That's it. I think hunger and exhaustion are getting to me. I'm starting to see things. I see goats in the sky. Tall, majestic creatures. They're like gladiators battling across the firmament. Marvelous. Wait a second. What forsaken country am I in? I'm losing it. Pierce's log final entry. If anyone's listening, these are probably my last words. I'm nearing starvation here. Might be about to embark on my last journey. It's okay. I've lived a full life. A beautiful adventure. Oh! A Turkish delight. I've just found a massive stash of sweets under the passenger seat. All right, I'm back and feeling more alive than ever. Must be this sugar rush. Let's finish this. All I need now is to come up with a car suggestion. Visions I had back there. Gladiators in the skies. Silly me. the Jeep Gladiator. That's the one. It was here all along. The Jeep as the fighter, the wilderness for its arena. Tell me, listeners, are you not entertained?
That was interesting. Getting closer to the tail end of the playlist. I hope this has been inspiring so far, driver. ride bikes again, right? Well, here it is. You're in for another biker event. Has specified the KTM 450 yet again. He must be quite fond of that machine. Let's see if you will feel the same after this.
Log, entry number 7. What a great night! See? That's what I like about these wild escapades. You never know what's going to happen. Anyway, I'm ready to move on. I'm currently driving on the edge of the mountains, and I think this is a route that calls for a bike. Let's see what happens if I keep following the ridge. That's settled. This is going to be a bike event. I reckon they should stick with the KTM 450 here. The Austrian queen of the Enduro Kingdom, with its original competition look this time. Those guys know a thing or two about uneven terrain. I can see the Motorfest grounds from here. Glorious! Take a little bathroom break before carrying on, and I happened to notice something a little peculiar. Bear prints all over the trail. Here, in the supposedly bear-free Hawaiian wilderness. Bloody mystery, but no time for that kind of monkey business. I've got an event to wrap up. Oh yeah, that section is definitely going to be part of the show. Bells! More bear tracks! It's starting to play on my mind, to be honest. The presence of a bear here is theoretically impossible, but I don't know. There could be some mighty nature force at work here. As someone once said, life finds a way. All right, Pierce, focus. Here comes a bit of a cliff. Oh, wow, my suspension felt that one for sure. That path is complete. Those bear tracks are still bothering me though, listeners. Pierce, old boy, you better watch your back.
Only 2 events left, driver, with some big things still in store. The next event originally didn't get safety clearance when Pierce pitched it to Motorfest after his test run. But he got them to come around. He's a passionate man. We're talking about a volcanic race with a very hefty vehicle and some out-of-control sections. Stay safe. far. Hope you enjoy the race as much as Pierce's feedback. Looks like, yet again, he got himself caught in quite a situation.
Log, entry 8. I'm sure of it now. I'm dealing with a bloody bear. According to the news flash I managed to get, the big furry thing escaped from the Honolulu Zoo. He's tracked me all the way to the volcano. That Paddington's after me. I'm gonna climb to the top. You want a piece of me, Teddy B? Come and get me up there. My machine is in dire straits. Come on, buddy, don't let me down. The beast is right behind me. He's managed to follow me up here! Damn it, he's pressuring me! Going back down at full speed, no choice. All right, try to catch me now, you fat bastard! Good grief, my car almost ended up on its roof. To anybody listening, use a proper sturdy machine for this ride. Like a Hummer, or maybe a bloody tank. tell this animal's not giving up. Maybe some sharp zigs and zags will catch him off guard. Wait for it. Sharp left. Now, to the right. That's it, I think I'm safe. Who's laughing now, bear boy? Bloody hell, I've been through some tough ones, but this... God damn, I can't believe it! He's back!
Like our good friend Pierce was in a tight spot back there. Business. This is your last chance for off-road glory, and it's bound to be difficult. You'll have to keep control of a fast rally car through the narrowest parts of Hawaii. This is the final event of this Motorfest series, and it's a banger. account of Pierce's adventures. I'm not going to spoil anything for you, but, well, I do have one question. Do all humans talk to bears?
Log entry 9. Holy marmalade, another eventful night. That bear eventually caught up with me. Such a resilient opponent. You've got to respect that. But hey, you know what? He turned out to be quite the nice fella. Once we got past the silliness, we really got on like a house on fire. We've got a lot in common, actually. Anyway, we chatted over a fish supper, then went our separate ways. Vaya con Dios, my runaway friend. Live free, I say. Back to work, our very last trail. I started way up in the mountains, and I'm currently going wild on the descent. This will undoubtedly call for a fast yet versatile vehicle. First thing that comes to mind is the Audi S1 EKS RX Quattro, a 600 HP four-wheel drive. A car that goes like the blazes but still thrives in the tightest of curves. My word, this is going to be spectacular. Like I get to enjoy a final glimpse of that beautiful Hawaiian jungle. Gorgeous. That's it. Got all I need for Volume 2 now. Time for a well-deserved break. Maybe I'll go to the cinema tonight. I hope iRide is still showing. Wow, what a bloody journey. We're through, listeners. Until our next adventure, peace out.
You haven't claimed your reward for this playlist. Driver, that was a rough one. As you've seen, even the most seasoned specialist wouldn't get out of this playlist unscathed. Yep, and that's an understatement. Managed to tame the wilderness once more, and that calls for a reward. You know the drill. Try, container, get your prize. train are right ahead. This time, we got you a special edition of the Jeep Wrangler. Your off-roading addiction just took a turn for the worse. Playlist experience is here. A new playlist means new adventures, driver. To discover a brand new playlist, and brand is truly the right word. It's focused on one of the most popular brands in the world, Bayerischer Motor & Werke. Sorry, you haven't heard of Bayerischer Motor & Werke? I guess you know it in English as Bavarian Motor Works. Still nothing? Maybe you call it BMW for short. Ah, there you go. I knew that would ring a bell. vehicles have all it takes to be iconic. With their sporty curves and breathtaking performance, they offer driving pleasure at every turn. And to offer BMW the tribute it deserves, Motorfest welcomes the spokesperson of BMW Group Classic. Let's meet him together.
Type of guy outside making mountains on the molehills, laying down like $1,000 soul and laying down like I keep a Swiss miss. When we get with me, we gon' turn around and get it blissfully. Instantly, I'ma break it down and left finger on my fist, Philly. I'm on Billy, what you want? That's depending on the inquiry. On the phone trying to get it in the history. What you want? 100 billion in the split. Could we show up at the dealer with $1 million in iniquity? Money long. I had a feeling it was meant for me, even when them couldn't feel it. It was temporary, honeycomb. You the spirit that was there for me, even in my infancy. More in for me, let me go. Gotta finish. On no hickory.
Cars you can't afford. Got real guy, so we always shining. Can't lie, I still want more. Creep like Lamborghini. I pick something off
Hello, my name is Mark. I'm the spokesperson of BMW Group Classic. If you buy a BMW, in my perspective, you want to drive. You want to feel the drive. You want to have a sheer driving machine. You feel it and you love it and you don't want to stop it because it's so cool. It's always on the edge, but you have to be able to handle it.
Three legendary letters. BMW. A playlist to discover what ultimate driving feels like. To the next objective. What an impressive sports car you're driving. It certainly sets the tone for the first event. But that's not the first vehicle you're going to drive in this race. Motorvest and BMW have something else in mind. Something truly special. To the Hanoma racetrack. You're about to discover one of the most legendary cars in BMW history. It's so famous that it literally earned a place in a museum.
Talking about the most favorite car is very difficult because the heritage is so amazing. But if you ask me for my personal opinion, it should be a BMW 3.0 CSL. And it was the very first car, the BMW Motorsport GmbH, tuned for professional racing. In every facet it's very interesting and amazing. It was, for example, the most successful touring car of the 1970s. Was the very first car to wear the famous M stripes. So this is the real starting point of the whole legacy of BMW M. This is such a great heritage and legacy.
All right, let's do this. Eyes up, stay focused, and put in the best possible performance. You've got to live up to this car's reputation. She's a legend, you know. Okay. It's probably something you hear quite a lot at Motorfest, I know, but you gotta believe me. After BMW became popular in the 60s, their cars were more and more used by private motorsport teams, but they still didn't have their own racing division. So they started one in 1972. They called it BMW Motorsport, simply BMW M now. And that was their first car, the 3.0 CSL. And I mean, what a car. First off, she's absolutely stunning. Look at the iconic M colors on her body. Look at her shapes. Look at the perfection of her design. And more importantly, she's so light and powerful, she won 6 consecutive European Championship titles. Yeah. She's the most impressive of her times, and I can't believe how lucky you are to feel her in action on such a beautiful racetrack. Oh, and I'm Anna, by the way. Sorry, I forgot to introduce myself. I've been racing professionally for what, like 10 years now? More if you count the karting when I was a teen. As you may have guessed, I have a soft spot for BMW. That's why I've been asked to host this playlist. I've never raced for them officially, though, but life's long, so who knows? And here we go. I bet you didn't expect to ride a motorcycle for the second lap, did you? But actually, bikes are a really important part of BMW history. Did you know the first ground vehicle they ever built was actually a motorcycle? It was in 1923. Yeah, I know I sound nerdy right now. The one you're riding is the S1000RR. It's what we call a superbike. Superbikes are extremely powerful, technologically advanced motorcycles that are relatively light for the speed they can reach. They're designed for both track and road use. And yours is the 2015 edition of the S1000RR. It's still pretty great, as you can see for yourself, but since then, they've released many more powerful editions. Finally, the BMW M Hybrid V8. What a beast. Released in 2023, this car has been built for endurance races, such as the 24 Hours of Le Mans, my area of expertise. An endurance car has to strike the right balance between performance and stability. They must go as fast as possible and yet be able to hold up over time. And the same goes for you. If you're the racer inside the car, you must stay at the top of your game for a very long time, while constantly making strategic choices. But today we're only doing a short race, so never mind that. Just focus on being the best. The Hybrid V8 will do the rest.
It this time.
And that's it for the first glimpse into BMW's history. A real time travel.
CSL was the big surprise of the first event. Did you enjoy driving it? I'm sure you did. Let's go to Maui, where the rest of the playlist will take place. Nice lady, don't you think? She probably won't tell you this, but she really insisted on hosting this playlist. She even chose all the vehicles you're going to drive. I guess everyone has a favorite brand. In fact, Motorfest initially wanted her to host a more motorsport-oriented playlist, but she refused, arguing that BMW is actually all about motorsport and performance. That sounds promising. Of BMW vehicles to discover together, and I think Mark wants to share a few words about the next one.
The BMW 3 Series is the core product of the BMW AG. It's all we are talking about. And the BMW M3 E30 is the peak development of this whole series. If you talk about the sport evolution, it's a very special car. It was much more lighter than the normal BMW M3. It has more horsepower. And it was only available in 2 colors. So these are all aspects which make the car very special.
Now with the M3, we're touching on an important part of BMW's history, the 3 Series, the face of the brand. So, as you may know, since the early 70s, BMW has been dividing its models into 8 different series. The 3 is without question the most popular of them all. The one you're driving is the E30. It's the second in this prestigious line, and an instant hit in 1982. Not just for car enthusiasts, no, but for the mass market as well. They sold over 2 million. That's huge, especially since they weren't cheap. But this car deserved it. She truly did. For sure, it was the most powerful sedan available at the time. So, when BMW Motorsport needed to put a new car on the track, it was obvious they would create one based on the E30 and make it even better. And that's how we got the first M3 ever. We spoke earlier of the success of the 3.0 CSL, but it was nothing compared to what this car achieved. She's simply the most successful touring car in motorsport history. She has more than 1,400 victories. yeah, I promise you. She won everything. Rallying, endurance racing, but also BMW's most beloved tournaments. The DTM, the German Touring Car Championship. The funny story is that BMW had to build 5,000 street legal cars and sell them to the public just so they could compete. And they did it. But they were skeptical at first because they thought it would never sell. Of course, they were wrong. They've sold 3 times more than expected. Now with the M3, we're touching on an important part of BMW's history, the 3 Series, the face of the brand. So, as you may know, since the early 70s, BMW has been dividing its models into 8 different series. The 3 is without question the most popular of them all.
It's like it never happened. One more time.
The one you're driving is the E30. It's the second in this prestigious line, and an instant hit in 1982. Not just for car enthusiasts, no, but for the mass market as well. They sold over 2 million. That's huge, especially since they weren't cheap. But this car deserved it. She truly did. For sure, it was the most powerful sedan available at the time. So, when BMW Motorsport needed to put a new car on the track, it was obvious they would create one based on the E30 and make it even better. And that's how we got the first M3 ever. Earlier of the success of the 3.0 CSL, but it was nothing compared to what this car achieved. She's simply the most successful touring car in motorsport history. She has more than 1,400 victories. yeah, I promise you. She won everything. Rallying, endurance racing, but also BMW's most beloved tournaments, the DTM, the German Touring Car Championship. So they could compete. And they did it. But they were skeptical at first because they thought it would never sell. Of course, they were wrong. They've sold 3 times more than expected.
Let's try that again.
Whatever the model, the E30 has left its mark on a generation. She's loved by underground communities for tuning or for drifting, but you can even see her on album covers and rap videos. She's a cultural phenomenon. Great run. It's wonderful to see this car taking over the roads of Maui.
It's time to continue our journey into BMW's history. This time we're going for a BMW Z. Do you know what the Z stands for? It means Zukunft, future in German. I guess it's BMW's way of promising they'll always keep innovation and experimentation in sight. No special words from Mark, but don't worry, Anna has a lot to say about this car.
The Z4. For a few moments, let's put aside vehicles designed for extreme racing and enjoy just driving for the pleasure of driving. Well, I mean, you still have an aggressive opponent in this race, of course. Where's the fun without one? BMW Z models are what we call roadsters. Two-seaters made for relaxing behind the wheel, appreciating the scenery and the thrill of speed. And look at that. We just have the perfect spot and the perfect weather to enjoy this ride. The only thing you're missing is the wind in your hair. But you are driving a coupe cabriolet, so I guess you could theoretically enjoy the open air if you wanted to. Your car is the Z4 E89, a very cool model for two major reasons. Number one, it's the very first BMW to have been designed by two women, Juliana Blasi for the exterior and Nadia Arnaut for the interior. They wanted to break the classic roadster image with a car inspired by the human body, athletic and beautiful, designed for all driving enthusiasts. Number two, the E89 has indeed been adapted into a real racing car, the famous, beautiful, and successful Z4 GT3. That's an obvious part of my passion for this car. I own the car you're driving. And did I forget to tell you that? I know what you're thinking. It's not as sporty as the others. And that's true. But on weekends, where I'm far away from the races, it's the perfect car for open roads. Creators described her as an expression of freedom. Would you say the same?
Event is going to be really different from the previous ones. Motorfest really wanted to show how diverse and surprising BMW can be. I won't say more, except that you'll have to go to the top of the mountain to see the starting grid. And you'll see, the beginning of this race is going to be memorable.
That's what I call a jump. I'm glad you survived that one. Hold on tight. The descent ahead is more dangerous than it looks. Awesome! It's for these unique moments that we all like to go off-roading from time to time. I gotta admit, it's not where I'm at my best, but I really wanted to get off the beaten track at least once during this playlist. BMW and off-roading have a strong history. They were famous in the Dakar Rally in the 80s, and they've been building bikes designed for the wilderness ever since. Your ride is one of them. It's an R1200 GS. And at BMW, every bike marked with the GS letters is a bike made for adventure. And adventures, they can happen anywhere, you know? On the edge of the unknown or just down the street from your house. So they need to be prepared for every occasion. They're built for both city riders and budding explorers. Well, to be fair, this one's being prepped by Motorfest, so it's a little more suited for the extreme conditions than the ones you could find in a regular shop. But you see what I mean. Another great race. You're not doing too bad.
Next race will be once again focused on BMW M vehicles. Speaking of which, do you know where the famous M colours come from? That combination of blue, purple and red? In the 1970s, BMW Motorsport wanted the American oil company Texaco as one of their sponsors. So, to win them over, they incorporated Texaco's red to the design of their first cars. When the deal was rejected, they decided to improve their livery by adding an extra blue line, the official colour of Bavaria, home of BMW. Then, to complete it, they finally added a purple line in between. And just like that, the BMW M colours came to life. Of course, nowadays, BMW says that the red colour stands for motorsport, not for Texaco. But I'm sure you'll think of it the next time you see the M logo. Mulligan!
Up against BMW's finest, a collection of some of the latest M models. See that white car? That's an M8, a 625 horsepower monster made for everyday use. And the dark gray one over there? An M5 CS. We'll talk about her later, but let's just say that this series has been producing missiles since the 70s and is not about to stop. The other ones are M2s and M4s. They come from series born in 2013 and 2014. Racing them is gonna be tough. The road is narrow, with a lot of sharp bends and not many places to accelerate.
One more time. We'll get it this time.
Overtaking here is a challenge. You have to use the occasional straights with guts and confidence. Clearly my kind of track. To give you a fair chance of winning, we put you behind the wheel of the fastest production car BMW has ever made, the M4 CSL. Yeah, you heard me, a CSL. BMW only made 3 of these in 50 years. The first one was the 3.0 you drove earlier, and this is the third. And to make it even more prestigious, you can even notice a special emblem on her body celebrating BMW M's 50th anniversary. So the real question is, does she live up to the CSL legacy? Well, she hits 200 kilometers per hour in only 10 seconds and holds the BMW record on the famous Nürburgring circuit. What more is there to say? You better win with a car like that.
It's like...
CSL, competition, sport, and lightweight. I hope you felt that DNA at every turn.
Wonderful race, driver. Now let's head to Maui's volcano for the next event. Driving the i8, the first plug-in hybrid sports car to go into series production. It's still as impressive as it was 10 years ago, but I'll let you be the judge of that.
Okay, be careful. This outrun requires your utmost concentration. One mistake or two, and you're sure to lose. Stay sharp. I won't distract you too much, but I still gotta talk about that spaceship you're driving. Yeah, I'm sorry to call it that, but I'm sure you were thinking the same thing. And hey, I don't mean it in a bad way. I love the way she looks. The BMW i8 is a car that stands out from the crowds. It's actually hard to believe she's indeed a production car and not just a concept. Like, it's crazy how futuristic she looks, even though she was revealed more than 10 years ago. The contrast of her colors highlights all her curves. And there's something about the way she's shaped that makes her intriguing and elegant at the same time. I'm glad the sun hasn't fully risen yet, because I find her even more beautiful at night. Those U-shaped taillights give her so much personality. You might be wondering what's the story behind that car. Well, it all goes back to the early 2010s when BMW I was created to develop a range of electric and hybrid vehicles within the brand. Only two models came out of it, the compact i3 and the i8, the sports car you're driving. There were never any others because they updated their strategy. Rather than creating a separate lineup, they now implement their technologies into their main series. A smart move, I guess. But I would have loved to see more cars like this one. I knew the clock wouldn't outrun you.
bad news, but I'm afraid we're heading towards the last event of this playlist. Yes, I know. Already. But we're not going to say goodbye without one last hooray. This final race, you'll be driving not one, but 3 of BMW's finest vehicles. And I hope you've got some time to spare, because this isn't going to be a short trip.
BMW M is a sort of brand shaper for the whole BMW AG, because the image and the reputation BMW M has created is always related to sportiness and to peak performance. One of the hugest separations between maybe other manufacturers is the fact that a BMW is always sporty. The customer expects a sort of sportiness. He wants to drive it, he wants to feel the passion behind the wheel. And this is BMW.
Ready. The weather is perfect for going on a long road trip. We're putting 3 BMW MCs to the test over very long distances, and it's your job to drive them one after the other. You remember what CS means? It's competition sport, the sportiest editions of BMW M. As you can see, we didn't even bother to close the roads, so you'll have to deal with the traffic. But you have no trouble dodging it, right? That wasn't an easy start, but you managed it like a pro. You've probably recognized the car you're driving. It's the M5 F90 CS, the one you went up against a bit earlier. The 5 Series is the oldest in the history of BMW. Not the oldest car, of course, but the first series they launched when they started this classification in the 70s. It's just crazy how much power there is in a car like that. She weighs almost 2 tons, and she's over 5 meters long, and in spite of that, she has 635 horsepower and can reach 100 kilometers per hour in only 3 seconds. For a sedan? Wow. Like, imagine taking your kids to school with this. The temptation to step on the gas is way too strong. She might be too dangerous for your own good. However, her design is, well, let's just say it's not my favorite, but I see why people love it. It's just not sporty enough for my taste. But I must admit, I love the golden bronze color they added to the rims and front grille. That's her signature. It's so cool. And now we have an M3 G80 CS from 2023. We've come a long way since the E30. Don't you think it looks a lot like the M4 CSL? On the front end, mostly. Well, that's normal. Actually, the 3 and 4 series share the same engine and chassis base. Before 2014, the 3 Series models were released in a large number of variations. Like, too many variations. So, ultimately, they decided to make things clearer. On the one side, there's the 3 Series with sedans and estate cars, and on the other, the 4 Series with coupes and cabriolets. And that's the main difference between the two. What do you think about her design? Personally, I love how aggressive she looks. The size of the double kidney grille divides BMW fans, but I think it gives her so much character.
Shame in trying again.
the icing on the cake, the brand new M2 G87 CS from 2025. And you can try her here exclusively for the first time. BMW are so proud of her that they regard her as part of the BMW 2002 Turbo Heritage, and that's one of the most beloved cars of the 70s. So, does she deserve this honorific comparison? I'll let you drive her for a bit, before giving my opinion.
Rewind that one. Time.
How fast she can go. She's obviously the fastest M2 ever. But what I love most about her is her uncompromising design. People will be divided just like the M3 and M4, but I'm a fan. I mean, look at this. It's her production form, and it already looks like a professional tuner has fitted her with one of the coolest kits around.
This time.
It's probably too soon to say, but I think she's my fave. Among the three of them, of course. I think it's simply more fun to drive.
It this time. Rewind that one. Mulligan. Be kind, rewind. Let's try that again.
BMW M2CS, a legend in the making.
You haven't claimed your reward for this playlist.
Congratulations, driver. You just completed the BMW playlist. It's
It's time for you to get your reward. Let's get back to the container. For the drive and are not in the mood for using fast travel, let me tell you a few things about that reward. It's a car you already know very well, the Batmobile. No, I don't mean the one from the movies. I'm talking about the 3.0 CSL. That was its nickname in the 70s. It was called that because of its aerodynamic spoiler. And a little fun fact, that spoiler was also featured in the street-legal version of the car. But to be allowed to sell it in Germany, BMW had to deliver it in the trunk. The customers had to mount it themselves. I can't wait to see you explore Hawaii in this historic car. Playlist cleared and ready for takeoff, driver. Let's give the new playlist a spin. You've got an incoming call from a certain Daddy Dog 303. I'm picking it up.
Hey, D. It's Weasel. Remember? From Donkey Lowrider. My dude, I got a plan I think you might like. A party. A little underground racing. Maybe a chance to make a few bucks.
I don't see this activity on the Motorfest lineup. Might be better to avoid engaging in such things.
Now hold on there, girl. Don't kill my buzz just yet. You guys hear me out. Listen, I ain't quit Hawaii after our little contest against them lowriders. I stuck around with a cousin of mine, did a little business, made a few deals, know what I'm saying? Anyway, my cousin overheard some folks talking about some street races that's going on right now. Thing is, when he asked them about it, they just froze and got all weird and shady. Couldn't get them to speak another word. But ain't no secret safe from me, D. I'm finna find out like that Huggy Bear brother. Yeah, so that's what I did. See, the whole thing ain't part of Motorfest. They off the grid like that. Crew goes by the name of Monkey's Kitchen. But that's not all. I know where they hang out, too. And I also happen to know that they'll welcome any new street rider, as long as they got a free spirit and a big BMW. Yeah, they got a thing for them European cars. What do you think? You in? Of course you are. Yeah. Cora, bring my baby D to the spot I'm sending you. That's where that Monkey's Kitchen is.
Mr. Weasel, I'm only programmed to guide festival goers to Motorfest activities.
Oh, come on now. How you gonna be like that when we try to have a good time? Be like an AIWA, know what I'm saying?
I am not sure what that means.
AI with attitude.
Oh, okay. All right, I guess. Let's find the monkeys.
Now that's what I want to hear. See you, folks.
It this time. again